right, Coaster Crew fans, we're here at the Gravity Group booth, and we have Mike. Oh, wait,
Whoa.
It's not Mike, it's Korey.
That's right, it's Korey.
Where's Mike?
Mike is doing the hard work back in the office this week.
You didn't let him come.
Holding down the fort.
You didn't let him have fun.
That's right.
You guys are having all the fun.
We are having so much fun here in IAAPA. It's unbelievable. It's actually, you can come to Florida and work, or you can stay at home
and work.
The benefit of staying at home is you get to stay in your own bed. But by coming here, we get to talk to you, Clint.
And you have someone clean up after you and make your bed every day.
Well, we're in a condo, so no.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I go, Chad, make my bed. No.
All right. Well, and you get to go to a cool. Did you guys go to the party last night?
We worked, actually.
Oh, guys, you guys are nonstop.
Yeah, we're little robots. I actually have a plug outlet, like a little cord that I pull out of my leg.
Yeah.
No, there's a little joke where I was like,
he's telling you to make his
bed. But anyways.
No. All right, well, tell us about the car that we're sitting in here.
We are sitting in a genuine Timberliner car. This car ran on the Wooden Warrior.
All right.
So it is a 2010 model year Timberliner featuring the Arrow emblem, which, asks the question, is the Arrow because it's the Wooden Warrior, or is the Arrow, the traditional Arrow that you see in the Gravity Group and Gravity Craft logos? I don't know.
You're going to just leave it up in the air? You're not going to tell us?
You decide.
Whose idea was it to put the Arrow on there?
Whose idea? You decide. No,
we're not going to find any more about the Arrow, are we?
We wanted to do something to just have our car stand out. When you think about the old-fashioned cars, like they always put some serious bling on the front of their trains.
Okay.
And so we wanted something on our cars that just kind of was a little cherry on top.
All right.
But, this car that we're sitting in right now, it ran for the entire season at Quasi Amusement
Looks
Park.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it held up really well. Look at the padding. I mean, it's like no wear.
I love it.
And they had 250,000 riders or something crazy like that on the coaster this year, which is really great for their park. The cars, they ran just perfectly on the track. They just smoothly steered around the turns. There were some 13-foot radii on the Wooden Warrior. You get to the top of the lift, and it's a super tight turn before you hop down and have like a low-speed hill and cross over some railroad tracks, more air time into a tunnel. I mean, for a 32-foot tall coaster, we tried to just pack as much air time as possible into the ride. And it really wouldn't have been possible to do as much as we did without the Timberliners. And so, Eric Anderson at the park, he wanted a ride that could be a child's first wooden roller coaster. And when he came to us and started talking about the ride, the convenient thing is I had kids, like little kids.
Nice.
And I had these little kids that, we're just kind of getting to be tall enough to ride their first wooden roller coaster. And so, just thinking about my kids and what they love to do, like they love the swings, right?
Yeah.
What every child loves to just sit on the swing set and just like feel that floating feeling, when you come back. And so we just packed the Wooden Warrior with airtime. There are 9 spots of airtime in that 1,200-foot course. And
I love
it. There are lots of young kids, as small as 42 inches, that rode the ride and just came back with big grins on their face.
And that's probably an important thing. I mean, as a kid, I remember my first coaster. You remember your first? What was yours?
My first roller coaster?
First wood coaster.
My first wooden coaster, it would have been at Cedar Point. It was probably the Blue Street.
Blue Street?
Yeah.
All right, mine was very similar. It was Valley Fair, and it was the High Roller.
Yeah, good ride. I rode
so
that.
it's one of those things that you're going to remember forever. So to have that and be like, hey, that was my first coaster, and you could say Wooden Warrior. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. My kids, my intent was that the Wooden Warrior would be their first wooden roller coaster, but life kind of throws curveballs sometimes. And so their first wooden roller coaster, Caitlin and Natalie, their first wooden roller coaster was Twister in Stockholm.
Oh, wow.
They traveled around the world
to
ride a wooden roller coaster. And so that was really cool. They rode with me, my daughter Caitlin rode first, and then my younger daughter Natalie rode next, and it was great. Natalie got on and we rode the ride, and she just had this like look on her face because she was small, like 42 inches, And so we're riding and get back to the station. I said, Did you like the ride? And she just said, I don't know. But, no, I mean, kids are truthful. They're honest.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was the ride at Grunneland it was designed for taller kids. Mm-hmm. And it's more intense than the Wooden Warrior. Lots of twists and turns. And so, I don't know. Like
the important thing is when she got off the Wooden Warrior, did she say she liked it?
Well, she didn't ride it yet. I was traveling so much.
Where's Mike?
Sweden.
Where's Mike?
I know. I don't know that Mike's daughter was too young to ride the Wooden Warrior. But I asked Natalie, I said, do you want to ride again? Mm-hmm. And then she said, maybe when I'm 30.
Maybe when I'm 30.
Just kids say those things, right?
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, then my older daughter, she just rode Twister just over and over and over again. She just loved it. But she rode it with mommy. So it was always, and for her it was, I want to ride the red train, now I want to ride the blue train, and I don't know.
So one other thing we need to talk about at the booth here is a model that we have over behind us. We don't actually have to get up and do anything. We could just keep sitting here and talking about it. I'm sure you've seen the model before, right?
It is, yeah.
The legend, you've seen the model, right?
Yeah.
He thumbs up behind the camera.
The model is of the Splinter.
No, face me over here. There you go.
That's fine.
Sorry.
The Splinter is a compact wooden roller coaster, and we got the inspiration for a ride like the Splinter from our work during our time at Custom Coasters on the Lost Coaster at Superstition Mountain. And the idea is that you could have a ride that could make turns that are as tight as a 6-foot radius, and just pack as much roller coaster as you can in a tight space. And so with the model, the idea was that you could have a pre-engineered metal building and just fill it with a roller coaster, a wooden roller coaster, and you could have an experience that would be part dark ride and part wooden roller coaster adventure. And it would just be a family ride. And a lot of that comes from, at our company, Mike, Chad, me, we got young kids, and you look at an amusement park differently. I mean, roller coasters and thrill rides like the Voyage are great, but I can't go on that with my 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And so, what's an experience that we can all enjoy as a family? And that's what this model is supposed to represent. And when it comes to Wooden Warrior's another ride where you can enjoy that as a family, and by having the Timberliners instead of like a smaller junior coaster car on the track, I, as a parent, and I mean, I'm pretty tall, I'm like 6'6", I can sit right next to my daughter on the ride and know that she's constrained well by her lap bar. I'm held in good in a seat that fits my body. And so, that's one of the other great things of the Timberliners is that the different body shapes and styles that it can secure very well.
Now, I was just over at the model and I had a question. There's a math equation over there. Wooden roller coaster plus building plus goat wearing glasses equals unique family fun.
Yeah, that's just like a fun cartoon character, and the idea is that we could make like some animatronics of any type of theme, and who doesn't love goats?
Especially when they're wearing glasses.
Yeah.
The one thing you'd probably want to put in front of this ride building is a lemonade stand.
Yes.
I don't know if there's some way you can work that out.
Well, you always want to quench your thirst, whether it's lemonade or a snow cone, which, there's no biz like snow biz, I like to say. The other ride that we haven't really talked about yet are China. There's a lot going on in China. We announced another ride in Tianjin that we're going to be doing. Martin and Blemix is contracted us to do the design and engineering of that ride. And I mean, we haven't been able to talk too much about the ride, but I've seen it.
Okay. So you're torturing us. You're like, I've seen the ride. And
I can tell you that it's going to be just a fantastic ride. I mean, it follows in the spirit of other great Gravity Group creations. You know, we love our airtime. We love just filling a ride to the max. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the Wuhan ride is going to start testing here soon. That has the high five.
Yep.
You know, where you go over the airtime hill and you're.
They have pictures over at their booth over there, don't they?
They do, yeah. There's some pictures over at the Martin and Blumix booth of the high five area. But the one thing that I want to say is when I think about the roller coaster that is getting ready to open in China, Wuhan, there's so much focus on the high five that no one's talking about the rest of the rest of the ride. Right? And it's a racing, dueling wooden roller coaster, a substantially sized racing dueling. I mean, like 3,500 feet. So it's a big. It is, you know, a granddaddy of wooden roller coasters times 2. You know, and the paths. I mean, it isn't like an old-fashioned like we're just sharing the whole track. You know, we go
all over,
over and under, doing racing the whole 9 yards. Actually, that would be, we'd have to go in metric. How many meters are in 9 yards? Math in the United States, right?
If we got unlazy, the answer's right at the bottom of the screen here, but most likely we stayed lazy.
We need to focus on science and math here in the United States. That's what the underlying message is of today's episode. So.
Now, one last question to kind of tease the viewers here.
Okay.
Now, obviously, we're at IAAPA, lots of deals going on, and you know, people buying stuff. Has anybody written out a check for a roller coaster here for you?
Wow.
Or maybe signed some papers saying that they're going to fill out a check later.
Yeah. This is where I maintain my poker face. It really is. You know, Clint, you really have to know when to hold them.
All right.
And know when to fold them.
All right.
So.
Was that a Kenny Rogers song, if I remember correctly?
Yeah. That's about as much as I know.
That's all you know.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to pop culture, you don't want to know all of it.
Mike would have given us a little something. Mike would have given us something. Yeah.
We could call him.
see how much we'd actually get from him?
But we might, you know, we're trying. We don't want to have too many interruptions and things, right?
Hold on a second. Mike? Yeah, he says that huge wood coaster. You're breaking up on me, Mike. Oh.
Unbelievable.
Oh, the Florida cell signal. Oh.
See, that's a Verizon iPhone. I have
Korey,
to. All right.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Go?
Yeah, I'm not going to let you out. I'm not going to let you out. I'm going to keep you here. Oh, dang it.
Hey,
Why didn't we? I thought I had Pat lock that, or the legend.
I know how these things work. I can, you know.
Can you get out of this? Are you like Houdini? If we locked you in, you'd still be able to get out?
Well,
I don't think so.
I have a special button. You know, I have the iPhone app, the emergency release iPhone app. I'm just kidding.
That would be dangerous if there was an iPhone app for that kind of stuff.
I'm obviously kidding. And Apple would never approve it. Yeah, I hear their process goes on forever.
Would you guys approve an app like that? I don't think so.
Well, you know, it wouldn't really be possible the way that our restraints work. But anyways, go over, have some lemonade, have some snow cones, and enjoy the rest of your time here at IAAPA.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Because it's so comfortable.
Me too.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Take care.